Okay, left California, Florida, Orlando, in transit. Scheduled delivery by end of day today.
It's kind of weird being on vacation for us because we have a life back home that we don't really feel like we need to escape from. It wasn't always that way for us, but it's that way now.
I think having a rest day once a week is like super important. Even everything that we're doing on vacation, like reading and writing, we all do it in our regular week.
Yeah.
It feels like we just get to do more of it here.
Yeah, we have a lot of what we feel are life-giving things scheduled in our weekly and day-to-day life. What's been cool here, in the mornings, we sip coffee, I read my devotional book, and we just chill, and it's really nice.
It just feels like we have no excuses not to do those things
stuff,
that we
yeah.
enjoy. Even like playing guitar, right?
And then in the afternoons on this vacation, we've been just reading our books. We've been sitting next to the pool, and we both have our own books that we're reading.
This is the book Cammie's reading, which I've read twice, and it's awesome. And this is the book that I'm reading that Cammie's already read.
And then in the evening, when a lot of the kids have gone either to bed or they're kind of doing their own thing, Ben and I come out here again, and we smoke and we drink and we just talk and hang out. And we've gone in the hot tub together. Those 3 different events every single day on this vacation has made this vacation really cool for me.
About a couple years, 3 years ago, we heard this guy speak, and he said, you Americans, you guys' way of taking a vacation is you go, 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 until you can't go anymore, until you're about ready to collapse, and that's how you know it's time to take a vacation. And then you take a vacation, and then you come back and you start that cycle all over again. We've lived that way a lot, and right now we don't feel that way because we have regular rest built into our schedule. But this is great too. But we don't live for this. In fact, Cammie was telling me the other day, she like misses being home because we actually do enjoy our regular life.
And Dove told me last night, I miss home.
There's been so much from our regular life that we valued. It is hard to adjust though and know what should our schedule look like here. Do we just have no schedule and just hang out? When that happens, I think we just feel fat and lazy.
We've kept our weekly rhythm with running. Part of that's been out of necessity because we have a half marathon coming up. But I also realized how nice that is to keep at least a few of your daily activities that you do back home while you're on a trip and on vacation. It's helped keep me grounded. Thank you.
Hello, do you need us to sign anything?
Yep.
Cool.
What's your name?
Ben?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes. Here it is. Ta-da!
That's the drone. Is it the same kind?
Yes.
Exactly the same.
Yes. All right, this is what I've been waiting for. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes. We are finishing up after a long day at the beach and a lot of sick kids. It's time for Q&A.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
On Facebook, Amy asks, have you got any more opportunities coming up for you guys to perform your music? You all sounded great at Christmas time. On the theme of music, do you have permission from the musicians to use their songs on your vlogs?
We don't have anything lined up as far as performances goes.
And in regards to the vlog music, yes, we get permission for all the vlog music that we use. Almost all that information is located in the video description. Ashley on Facebook asks, how do you stay motivated to stick to your schedule, and what things would you start scheduling first as to not get overwhelmed? Wow.
That's a good question.
That is a great question.
I would say don't do everything at once. Don't start everything new at once. Maybe start with 1 or 2 things, maybe the easier things for you. Maybe do those for a month and see how that goes, and then you can add accordingly.
I think the first thing we did for motivation was we told other people. In this case, it's like each other. And then when you have kids, we tell our kids. And then when there's other people, we tell other people. And then we just saw scheduling as like a way of creating a default. So Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. in the beginning, because we hated scheduling, it felt so restrictive. But we just said, unless something better comes along, this is what we're gonna do. And it was something that was valuable to us, not like watch TV, which is something we would normally do. You don't need to schedule that kind of stuff.
Go eat cookies. That just happens.
And we failed a ton. And it wasn't until we really started having kids and more kids and older kids that we started to realize, oh, a schedule is actually valuable for multiple people to get on the same page and to prioritize things that wouldn't naturally happen. So I would start with one thing. Oh, and you can try and make it fun. You know, we knew that our recovery 12-step meeting would be a challenge, so we scheduled popcorn along with it.
Yep.
Have fun with it. Let us know how it goes too. I really hope that you schedule some things that are valuable to you. On the Instagram, Eliza6F. Elizabeth? I see what you did there. What did your typical weekday structure look like when you only had young kids, toddler and a baby young? We have a 2-year-old and an 8-month-old and are attempting to implement things like a weekly marriage meeting, family exercise, story time, etc.
We didn't have any of this stuff. We didn't schedule stuff when our kids were young. When we first started, our oldest kid was 6. So I guess that's considered pretty young still. We had 4, 6 and under probably when we first started. When we had 2 little kids, I was in school. I don't know. So you're doing great. I mean, man, I wish we would have started this sooner. I wish we would have had someone to tell us, hey, having a schedule is great for you.
Yeah, we weren't even thinking of scheduling at that time, especially these types of things. But I wouldn't say give up on it.
Yeah.
I think it's worth trying. You know, we had to arrange things like childcare for a date night and doing a lot more things at home and being a lot more flexible. At first, our Shabbats, we used to celebrate it just in our living room, and we had, what was our oldest, 6, 8?
Yeah.
And everyone stayed in the living room for the whole morning.
Right.
And it was pretty chaotic at first. We just like ordered pizza or got Chinese carryout. We didn't have as many options or as much flexibility as we have now.
I would look at this as building blocks. Like, you gotta start somewhere, and where we started doesn't look anything like where we're now, but it's how we got to now.
Amanda and Joy +7 says, traveling tips for a large family. We have only traveled 8-hour tops with our family of 9 because the thought of driving any further is frankly exhausting.
We hate driving, by the way.
In a way. I mean, we do, but road trips, we do okay.
But we liked road trips. Yeah, we hated driving because of how deadly it feels, but it is. Tangent.
We just had this giant pelican fly by. Can you see it? It's like in the movie where it's like shaped like the thing, you know? Look at this. Can you see any of this? One thing that we do is we schedule like a good destination, and it's kind of a challenge in itself. You know, it's weird that the challenge is pushing the gas pedal and getting in a car. But if you see it as an adventure, we're like, all right guys, we gotta leave early. We're gonna make it to the breakfast spot by 10 a.m. and try and get 5 hours of driving in before that. That gets everyone in the car. You get a coffee or hot cocoa or some sort of reward at 10 a.m. You know that you have a swimming pool waiting for you at 10 p.m. That's some of the things that have helped us on our super long drives.
Yeah.
Is like a little reward thing. The way we plan our family adventures in general, whether it's driving or hiking, is we plan the what first, and then we plan the how second. So we don't think about, like, it's so easy to get caught up in all these details, but oh, how are we gonna do that? Oh, is this gonna work out? You know, what about diapers, this and that? We just go and it like works out. You know, a lot of details take care of themselves, or I mean, I don't know if they're exactly details, but they shouldn't be the first thing that you're thinking about if you really value adventure. Adventure by definition is getting out there. It's hard. That's all for today's Q&A. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this amazing sunset with us. Here we go. My goal is to not crash the drone today.
Caught every star in the midnight sky. You know times I have bright.
You see him up there? Getting this amazing view. Oh man, it is so nice to have the drone back. What are you doing over here?
Resting.